Upon starting my research, I sought to learn about the relationship between Dr. Zimbardo's theories and the Nazi regime during World War II. More specifically, how Dr. Zimbardo's theories of good versus evil and the Lucifer effect play a role in the rise of the Nazi regime. The primary goal of this research was to find a link, possibly even a motive, for Hitler and the Nazis' countless crimes throughout World War II. Through continuing my research, I discovered that there are many links between Dr. Zimbardo's theory of good versus evil and the Lucifer effect as pertains to the Nazi regime. To begin, the Lucifer effect is the idea that good people can be turned bad due to circumstances, SP 2020. An example that Dr. Zimbardo uses in his TED Talk about the psychology of evil are the images of the prison camp. This prison camp, being Abu Grahib, was a U.S. military-ran prison camp for Iraqi prisoners of war. These prisoners were tortured and humiliated by the soldiers who ran the operation, with pictures, gross torture tactics, human pyramids, and countless other inhumane acts, SP 2020. Dr. Zimbardo uses this prison as an example due to the fact that all of these soldiers went into the war, even the camp, as good men. When put in a scenario with little to no supervision and a slight amount of power, bad things are bound to happen. That being said, Dr. Zimbardo's research can be attributed to Hitler and the Nazis, as the soldiers in the concentration camps went in as good men. The circumstances of the concentration camps caused for these people to eventually turn evil, based upon the Lucifer effect, proving that not all people are born evil, though it may be the circumstances they are placed in that cause them to have this title. Addressing Dr. Zimbardo's second theory, that of good versus evil, is a very interesting subject. Forewarning, I focus more on the study of evil than good in my research of this theory. Dr. Zimbardo defines evil as the abuse of power, SP 2020. For one to have immense levels of power and use them for good is one thing, but in a person like Adolf Hitler, his intentions were bad from the start. It was understood from his early political years that he was not a good man, effectively waiting for the German Depression to get to its worst until he ran for chancellorship of Germany, allowing for him to implement his hateful agendas with no opposition. He was able to take the German citizens that had just gone through a depression and trick them into thinking he was the solution, Britannica 2021. In any group of hopeless people, any change is a sign of a new hope. Hitler being elected into the head chancellor position possibly would have never happened had the German economy not plundered into a depression, possibly saving millions of Jewish lives in concentration camps and millions of soldiers' lives at war in World War II. That being said, according to Dr. Zimbardo, Adolf Hitler was an evil man due to how he used his power. Had he saved lives and used his power for good, this could have been a different story. Judging by his actions and ethics in war, Adolf Hitler is an evil man, no questions asked. Within my research, a rather abstract piece of information can be taken away, that of future prevention of leaders such as Hitler being voted into office. By using Dr. Zimbardo's findings on the theories of evil and the Lucifer effect, we can better identify those people who may be evil. For example, if another prison is proposed by the U.S. government in Abu Grahib, chances are the U.S. government will think twice before accepting the bill, as any good or bad person placed in that type of prison environment will turn evil, not only due to the misuse of power, theory of evil, but due to the evil circumstances that person will be placed into, the Lucifer effect. By being more aware of evil people based on Dr. Zimbardo's findings, we as a world can be more aware of who we elect into power, because the only way an evil person can exercise their misuse of power is if they are granted that power in the first place. Hopefully, with these new findings, more caution can be taken when electing violent, hate-filled, dictating leaders in the future.